Hello, thank you for joining us in a new video. This time, we have a full unboxing of the POCO F8 Ultra. Let's get started. This device has been launched in Mexico with a price tag of 14,199 Mexican pesos. You can see the reference price in dollars right there. This is for the 256 GB version. Additionally, the 512 GB version will also be available, priced at 15,199 pesos. Once again, you can see the reference price. However, keep in mind that the prices here are not the same as over there. Now, let's go ahead and take the device out of its box to have a look what we find. Here we are already eagerly anticipating the exciting collaboration with Bose, which is definitely going to be a major highlight of this fantastic cell phone. Let's take a look. It comes with this small kind of yellow envelope that also appears to be a somewhat thicker box. Let's see, let's open it up. And here, right away, we find the tool needed to remove the SIM card tray, the usual one. And look, here comes the cable that it goes from USB-A to USB-C. In this regard, it still offers a basic experience. Additionally, it's a cable that appears somewhat short, although perhaps it is due to the way it is rolled up. This is a unit from the European Union, so it adheres to this regulation. As you're already noticing, it does not include a charger, but this might differ in other regions. Therefore, in Europe, we're certain it lacks a charger. For the review, I will verify if the version available in Mexico includes a charger or not. For the time being, let me proceed to see what else is included with it, integrated here in the box along with the usual papers. We find the case in this bag, styled in the classic POCO way. It's known for having this large window, even before the iPhone. This is not an iPhone case, it's for the POCO F8 Ultra. We'll put it on now so you can see how it fits and let me know your preference. For now, that's what comes inside. We're gonna close it now, and we're gonna find ourselves right in the center of it all, exactly where everything is happening. Apparently, as I mentioned, it does not include a charger, and I definitely believe this will upset many people. Nobody anticipated that this manufacturer would remove the charger, and just look at what they have done to us now. Well, let's begin by taking it out of this bag, where, by the way, I've already mentioned some of its most appealing specifications. I'll discuss them with you shortly, step by step. For now, let's peel off the sticker that's located here on the back, and proceed to power on the cell phone. Normally, while the phone is booting up, I would show you some additional items in the box. However, in this particular instance, the cell phone was placed at the bottom of the box, so we ended up seeing all the other contents before we reached the cell phone itself. Oh well, it is already here configured. Let's know its specifications so that more or less you give me your opinion. It has a thickness of 7.9 millimeters and weighs 218 grams. That for this edition, which is in black color, because there is another edition with a denim finish quite interesting, but it is thicker and slightly heavier. Here we will find the new POCO Shield glass. We will have to see how resistant it can be, because now they are betting on a glass of the house instead of relying on Gorilla Glass or something like that. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you want to see a drop test or something that really challenges this device to see how much its glass can endure. It's also worth mentioning that it features IP68, so it's water and dust resistant without too much of a problem there. The screen is massive, 6'9" inches, huge, with AMOLED technology, 120 Hz, 30,500 nits brightness each. Of course, compatible with HDR content, and in fact something outstanding is that it lowers up to a nit the brightness, which is also something very positive. It's certain that the display is going to provide us with an excellent experience, but the sound might truly stand out since it includes a collaboration with Bose, featuring a subwoofer in the back. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call innovation. We had believed that smartphones had hit their peak, yet this brand arrives and presents us with this. Let's listen to it and find out if it really holds true. It definitely must be mentioned that if you are aiming to have a very high quality sound experience, this device is a great choice. Additionally, there is a dual output in the earpiece area for calls as well as in the frame. As a result, the sound is quite expansive and of excellent quality. Personally, I would say there are still some mid-frequencies present that I'm not particularly fond of. However, let me see if it offers us access to equalization or any similar feature that could help adjust it. Notice that it comes with both a dynamic and balanced preset, and there are some effects included as well. If it offers us an equalizer, then that's perfect. With this, I'm already quite satisfied. I might lower a few of these frequencies a little to achieve a more pleasant sound to my taste, but honestly, it's perfect in this regard. Additionally, the collaboration with Bose is evident not only in the hardware but also at the software level. I loved it. The front camera is 32 megapixels with an f2.2 aperture, and it has fixed focus. As you can see in the preview, it is still all burnt and overexposed. However, in the processed picture, it looks quite good. In fact, it offers a very good level of detail. This camera certainly looks of good quality, no doubt about it, although it does have fixed focus, so I think it still doesn't feel as premium in that aspect. But anyway, pay attention to the back because we find a 50 megapixel main camera using the Light Fusion 950 sensor there. It has f1.67 aperture, optical stabilization, and for reference the sensor has a size of 1/131 inches, quite large. Then we find the ultra-wide camera, also 50 megapixels, in this case with aperture f2.4, although fixed focus. And finally the 50 megapixel periscope camera, also with f3.0 aperture, optical stabilization and focal length equivalent to 115 millimeters, that is, it would give us 5x optical zoom. Let's quickly view these pictures. The ultra-wide camera looks great. The main camera has a good quality, contrast, colors and dynamic range. The 2x zoom crop also looks good. It's going to appear to be of good quality, interestingly enough. After that, we transition to a 5x zoom using the periscope camera. This camera provides completely optical quality as it is a specially designed lens. Additionally, it allows us to apply cropping to achieve a 10x zoom, trying to maintain optical quality, and if you get it, although the color saturation and contrast seems to me a bit exaggerated, but it looks good. And in fact, the maximum zoom capability it can achieve is up to 100 times digital. Take into account that for video recording, it can even reach up to 8K at 30 frames per second or 4K at 60 frames per second. Also note that with this high quality, you can use not only the ultra-wide camera, but also the periscope camera, making it quite comprehensive in that regard. The front camera is capable of recording in 4K, but only up to 30 frames per second. The battery provides a capacity of 6500 mAh, and it supports charging by cable 6. 100 watts, but in some regions the charger is not included in the box. It also supports 50 watts wireless charging, and you could use this cell phone as a power bank to pass power to your friend's cell phone that is already out of battery with a power of 25 watts. Then it offers fast charging through this port. It will be interesting to put all these figures to the test because it looks great, but we will have to see how well optimized the battery is. This device features HyperOS 3, built on Android 16, the latest version of Xiaomi's OS. It integrates the complete Hyper AI suite, offering numerous functions and AI tools for writing. When it comes to photo editing, voice transcription, and a variety of numerous other tasks, it is highly comprehensive in those aspects. Additionally, it features an ultrasonic fingerprint reader that promises to be exceptionally quick and efficient right from the registration process. Being ultrasonic, it is naturally faster and has the capability to recognize your fingerprint even if your hands happen to be wet, which is truly impressive and very effective. It is also compatible with Wi-Fi 7 networks and welcomes in versions of 12 or 16 GB of RAM and 256 or 512 GB of storage, both versions with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. Definitely that has raw power. Let's see the results. In single core in Geekbench gave us 3,608 points, and in multi-core 10,588 points, while in Antutu easily surpassed the 3 million. Note that it reached 36,15,117 points. It truly is incredibly powerful, even though we did notice significant heating, as we will observe in our gaming tests and more. For now, it is evident that it is a remarkably comprehensive device on all levels. Design, display, sound. Perhaps the front camera is still somewhat lacking, but the rear cameras have improved significantly. Video recording, battery, connectivity, performance. Well, it will surely be the rival to beat in its range, but we'll see when we do the full review with our tests. However, I had to demonstrate whether you would choose to use this phone with a case or without one. Honestly, it boasts a beautiful design when used without a case, thanks to its matte finish that is also a bit satin, giving it a slight shine. Personally, I would prefer to use it without the case because it looks really nice. But if you want to provide that additional level of protection, you can certainly do so with this case. I've included the purchase link in the description below if you're interested in buying it. We've reached the video's end. If you liked it, let us know. See you next time.